everyone, it's Julia. I'm back with another Upcycled Treasure video. I found this denim jacket at the thrift store and I thought it would make a nice base to add some embellishments to. I'm going to insert another picture of the jacket so you can see it a little bit better. At the end of this video, I will be announcing the winners of the postcards that I made in my last tutorial, so please stay tuned to the end. I paid $7.99 for the jacket. It has grommets that run all the way down the front of the jacket and also around the neck. And it closes with these little eyelets, and there's an eyelet, oh, I suppose every 2 grommets or so, all the way down the front. And also I noticed that whoever had this before must have had shorter arms, and she did some hemming, so that I'm going to be taking out. But I'm going to be using some of my fabric collages that I have been working on. And this one is a piece that I did with just some decorative stitches, some free motion stitches, and I do have several trims in here, ribbons, and little bit of trims. There's some fiber in here. It makes for a very interesting piece. After I've done all my stitching, I did wash this, so it does have a little bit of a scrunched up look to it, which I really love. It is backed with an interfacing. I'm going to be cutting pieces of this and seeing what I can do with this jacket. Now these grommets I think are just are fun, and to me it just screams like weaving something in here. And they're made so that they are open in between, so I'm going to be able to get a safety pin through there, and I'm going to put some ribbon, I believe, on there. Actually, this same ribbon that I have on this piece, it's a mustard colored, and this is a silk ribbon. It is going to be a garment that is hand washed, but you'll be able to wash it. Another thing I want that I've been experimenting with and I want to share with you is dyeing crocheted cotton vintage lace using my Inktense ink blocks. And I've been coming up with some really fun results. And we're going to be putting some of that on here also and showing you how I do that. So let's get started. My weaving done, and now I'm going to go to the sewing machine and I'm just going to attach this using free motion stitching. Just going to go back and forth on the top of here and also one down here on the bottom. I'm using a variegated thread for this, and I'll link that down below. This is the color Bubblegum, and I just noticed that I have an eyelet here, or one of the hooks and eyes. I'm going to have to be careful. I'll be able to sew this over to the side a little bit without breaking my needle. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that. And then we're going to get on with the embellishment of it, which is going to be a little bit on the pocket, I'm thinking, and a little bit right here. And I'll show you what I'm doing with that. My ribbon's attached on the top and the bottom, and I just took this hook and eye off. I thought, who's gonna hook this very top one anyway? It would not be comfortable. So just to solve the problem, I took that off. Now what I'm thinking of doing is I cut a piece of my created fabric. I want to put this right here, and with that same thread I'm going to just go meander stitch around this and add a decorative kind of artsy look to it. You can see that this is also, I've meander stitched this little piece with that same thread. It's like a very variegated thread, so I thought that would be kind of neat right there. This is the place where I'm also going to be adding a little bit of the lace, and I'm going to show how I'm going to add some color to that lace. I've chosen this piece. This is 100% cotton. It's a crocheted, and it's old. I did pick this up at an antique shop, but you can find crocheted lace, cotton lace. I did not test this Inktense block type dyeing with any other content other than cotton. I'm not certain if it would work for a synthetic lace, but you could certainly give it a try and see. I also made a couple little beads with this same fabric, and I basically just wrapped it around. You can see the straw inside, but I wrapped it around the straw, glued it, and then I wrapped it with some DMC floss. And that's going to go, I believe I'm going to stick one on each pocket and stitch that on, and that'll be stitched on by hand. So I'm going to go and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this, create this lace. I am working on this new mat that I got. I ordered it, it's been back ordered for so long, but it's just the new Tim Holtz Tonics Studio. It's the tempered glass, and it's very shiny. So I'm sorry if I'm getting glare on here. I had to turn my light off because there was such a glare on it. But I love this surface to work on. Mine's upside down because I'm left-handed. That's just the way life is. But you can cut on it, you can paint on it, and it wipes off so well. So I'm going to be using this surface to create this lace. I'm using my Inktense blocks for this, but if you have the pencils, certainly use the pencils. I get asked that question some in the comments, whether people are kind of debating between getting the blocks or their pencils, and which do I prefer or like the best. And I honestly kind of grab them for different projects, but I don't have as many colors as the blocks. And so I do tend to go to my pencils sometimes just to get a different color. But both of them are awesome and fabulous, and I love them. Now my lace is dry right now. I am going to be activating with the GAC 900 Golden Medium. And this is how I did it. This was so simple. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit here. I took my block and just ran it across the dry lace. And then I took my medium and just drizzled a little bit on the top and just worked it in. Now I wanted to make sure that this was washable, so I tested a piece. I did it the same way, and I stitched it onto a piece of denim, and I threw it in the washing machine. I wanted, number one, to see if it lightened a lot or not, but I also wanted to make sure that it didn't lose its color onto the denim, because that would have been like a mess. And I sell my projects, and I always want to test to make sure things aren't going to be a disaster. So, and I was very pleased with the results. I didn't see any lightening on this at all, or fading, nor did it bleed into the denim at all. So I was very, very pleased. But I will say I heat set this, and I heat set it for 5 minutes on a medium iron. 5 minutes is a long time. I'm thinking, like the fabric medium bottle, I believe, says 3 to 5 minutes. Let me read quick here. Yeah, 3 to 5 minutes, or you can also do it in a dryer. But I don't skip that step, because that is what sets the ink into the fiber. So just heads up on that. I'm going to show you. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to heat set this, And then I'll be back and I'm going to show you where this is going to go on the garment, and I'm going to just finish that up. I'm putting my piece of fabric that I want to embellish on the front of this face down in this box, and I'm going to be spraying a little bit of the Spray Bond basting adhesive on the back of it. This is the Heat and Bond brand. Just a little bit will do ya. I'm placing it right here. I have heat set my lace, and I'm going to just stick that right underneath. This will give you an idea now of what it's going to look like. I am going to be going to my sewing machine with my free motion and that multicolored thread. I think I'm going to just go back and forth like this and go off of both sides of it, and then also just square this off or just outline this. It's going to give it a meander stitch look that I really like. I like that kind of messy kind of look. And then it's on to doing those little buttons, or excuse me, the little fabric beads. I am adding a flat bead to each side of it. And then I'm going to be sewing this on by hand. But I'll get back to this part. I'm going to sew this on, and I'll be back and try to figure how I'm going to work with that. And here's a close-up of the embellishment once it's put on with the free motion stitching. The last thing I wanted to do on this is to add the beads to the pocket. I do have a heavier weight thread on here, and we'll be just adding it by hand. Sticking the button or the bead on, the fabric bead on, and another bead. And then going back down. I'm going to go back through this one more time, and then securing my thread on the back side here. Here's what the bead looks like. I'm going to be adding a little bit of fray check to the back side where a knot is, just to make sure that's secured. And then adding the other bead to the other pocket. I'm going to show an end picture so that you can see what it looks like. This was a real quick and easy upcycle, and I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day. Happy creating. Hi everyone. I first of all just want to thank everybody who took the time to comment and give me your input on the fabric postcards. Many of you have tried them, and some of you, like me, had never really heard of them before, but it was real interesting to read them and just to find out a little bit more about them. So thanks again. I had, let's see, 78 comments, and I did just copy them off right in the order of the description box on my video. I'm going to be giving both of these away, and how I'm going to do it is I'm just going to do a random app on my phone, and I'm going to be contacting you through the comments on YouTube and give you my email address, and then if you could just email me your physical address, and then I'll get this mailed off to you. And this is open to international as well. I'd love to see if these travel, and that's all I really want. I want to send you a little greeting, but then also if you can let me know if you get it or what kind of condition it is when you do get it. That'd be awesome. So here I go for the first one. I have the minimum of 1, the maximum of 78, and it's number 42, which is, dun, 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 dun. I'm not even gonna say this right, so I'm just gonna hold it up here. Number 42, Swanchy. And I'm going to do one more. So congratulations. I'm going to be giving you a comment. And one more here. And the last one is number 57, which is, let's see. Nancy. And again, I'm going to be just giving you a comment and congratulations. And again, thank you so much. I thought this was a success. I'm going to continue just doing some of my artwork and some of my new techniques on the postcard platform, just because it's an easy project to do. So thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye for now.